Racism. Oh, I'm sorry. Uh, it's in my brain. That's my opening line. It's subconsciously been planted in there because every time I turn on the TV, that's what people are saying. Every time I watch the news, apparently racism is the number one thought in the average American's mind. Beto O'Rourke got on TV the other day, and he was talking about racism, of course, and somebody asked him, if people vote for Trump in 2020, do you think they would be racist to do that? And he couldn't just, he thought about it for a second. He wanted to say absolutely. But then he tried to allude to the fact that based on all of the evidence, all of the circumstantial evidence out there concerning Trump, one would have to question what's going on in their own heart if they were to vote for President Trump in 2020. So now we see that this whole accusation of racism claim has just gotten completely out of control, but it's been out of control. This has been something that's been used by the Democratic Party for quite some time, because you all know that they don't have any policies, and they feel that it's better to shame their way into office than to actually win fair and square. But they have increased the allegations of racism to an all-time high. Now, if I'm the Republican Party, I have a solution for them. If they're listening, okay, I have a solution. Just like you can oversaturate the market with an item to where the item isn't a novelty anymore, it's not special anymore. When everybody has it, when everybody has access to something, you're like, I can get that anywhere. It's like the pit bull. When the pit bull first came out, I was thinking, man, I think I might want a pit bull. This is back in the 80s, 90s. Then all of a sudden, they flooded the hood with pit bulls. They were running around without leashes. You might be able to go down to the dollar store or the corner store and be like, yo, can I get a pit bull? They're like, yeah, hold on. Go in the back, get this guy a pit bull. So the dogs were everywhere, and I no longer wanted it. Nothing was special about the pit bull anymore. So with these claims of racism, if the Republican Party was smart, I would launch a full-blown campaign against racism. Now, what am I talking about? Not racism as it truly exists, meaning somebody targets someone because of their race, and it's really applicable. They either hurt them, they discriminate against them. Not that type of racism, but the type of racism that the Democrats use, which is weaponizing racism, which is simply taking the term and throwing it on anybody who they don't like for any situation that they're opposed to. So I would highlight that. I would say, hey, listen, have you ever been called a racist? Do you know how angry you would feel if someone called you a racist and you weren't a racist? This is the new tactic of the Democratic Party. If you don't believe me, and then I would show a montage of all the times they've called somebody a racist, called certain situations a racist, called their own people racist, just do the tag racism on everything. I would show a montage of that, and I would play it on every station. My ad would be running. This is the tactic of the Democratic Party. And then I would mock them for doing it. I would say, watch the next Democrat get on TV and just wait and see how long it'll take before they say racism, racism, racism. Just watch. I will bring it to the attention of every American how many times, and for all the reasons that they say racism and put racism on some, to the point where they should feel embarrassed. I want them conscious. The next time they get on TV and they're talking, and they know that all these ads have been going on and people's eyes on them, like Tupac, all eyes on me. All eyes be on them. That's what I want. And then what happens is you're going, and you know what Donald Trump feels? I mean, it's just absolutely, because people are going to be watching. See, they're going to be like, yeah, they are doing that. That's all they ever do is this, racism. And then I would also highlight the fact that by calling everything and everybody a racist is offensive to people who live through real racism. Black people should be upset. Jews should be upset. Anybody who ever had a encounter with real racism should be upset. When you look at the Democrats and the liberal media just yelling racism, race, and I would launch a full campaign against the weaponization of racism. And I would paint the Democratic Party as owning that. This party does this all the time. If you don't believe me, here's a montage of all the people, all the things they've claimed to be racism. And then I would say, now get ready, because moving forward, keep in mind how many times they do this. Watch them. If you don't believe me, watch them. I will make them paranoid to even yell racism. So if there's a Republican out there watching this video, you know what you need to do. Embarrass them for claiming racism for everything, to the point where they stop and think before they talk. Okay, expose the weapon that they use, because they have no policies. Now, you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. They don't have to pay me for that little bit of advice, okay? RNC, that's yours. This is a tip of the day. All right, check me out every Wednesday night, 7:30 live in Kevin's Corner on Facebook. on YouTube, and on my radio blog talk show. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, and the notification button. Check out Extreme Teas, my sponsor. If you like what you see, put my name in the promo code Kevin. You'll get a 20% discount. And find me on Facebook and Twitter. And if you want to donate to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, feel free. There's a link in the bottom of this video to do that. All right. Hey, Gizmo. Racism. He's looking at me like, what? Yeah, Gizmo, look at me. What's so interesting out that window? I don't understand. Gizmo, are you keeping watch? He's keeping watch. That's what he's doing. You keeping watch. You see any danger? Did y'all see his Pittsburgh Steelers scarf? Look at that. Look at that. Show him your scarf. Show me. Show him the scarf, Gizmo. Don't hide it. You know what? Anyway, God bless. See you next time in Kevin's Corner.